I'm Gaz, and this is Let's Play Builders of Egypt, and boy, I'm not so sure how this series is going to go. I'm on the fence about whether to commit to a full series. There's like 31 missions in this game, or just do my six-pack series and give it a quick look. I've played the first mission, and I'm not terribly impressed with the game. Apparently it has not had great reviews, and it doesn't really help that we've gone through a couple hot fixes, and then this one in particular, the latest one, there was an announcement that the developer studio is closing down. The guy who wrote the thing, the developer, said that he will still nonetheless continue to work on and improve the game. He will not do like a 2.0 version of the game, but will hopefully provide a satisfactory 1.5 version of the game. And since we are at 1.399, don't know how long that'll take. But yeah, it does not sound good. And they also, I think, did Builders of Greece, and I think I also saw Builders of China on there. So basically, trying to recreate the Impressions trilogy, and that never seems to work. I've played many games that have tried to do something, and anyway, we're gonna give it a shot. Play a little bit. Gazmotep, sure. Okay, the ruler of Upper Egypt, King Narmer, conquered Lower Egypt and united the Kingdom of the Nile. Now the country needs a capital. King Aha, Narmer's successor, sends you to Memphis to supervise the construction of this magnificent city, a political, administrative, and religious center, which will become home to the royal family, and thanks to all its monumentality, will strengthen its authority. Was play on easy because screw it.
The first Egyptians established arable fields, mainly for spelt, barley, and date.
Okay, we are not. I'm sorry, we're just not. Look how much stuff there is. This is ridiculous, and it's all spoken, and yeah, we're just getting right into the game.
But most often,
it's going to take 10 minutes to get through the introduction. That is unreasonable. I'm sorry. Okay, here we are. We need to gather 600 pottery, 500 bricks need to be exported. We need 50 people and 5 prosperity. The tutorial will provide all of that. Here you'll learn the basic rules. Press the spacebar. In ancient Egypt, the currency was unknown. Work was paid for in bread. Okay, design a grid of streets. Zoom in is a little slow, a little clunky. Okay, first basic resource is water, so it's best practice to build a settlement along the river. Build a road. So I think the developer, at least some of the developers for this game, actually did come from the Impressions series. So I guess it's not like a complete copycat game, but boy, is it close enough. But, you know, I mean, there's only so many things you can do. Same theme and setting. Alright, select housing and place it along the road. I'm guessing that the spacing here is something that we eventually will... That is really obnoxious. Eventually expand into, or maybe this is space for like desirability stuff, but nonetheless. Okay, when placed correctly, houses will automatically allow inhabitants to move in. Speed and number will be influenced by the desirability stat. As you'll discover later in the game, this is not easy to achieve. Okay. Remember, you can always demolish a building. Let's practice demolition of this road. Okay. Yeah, that trilling sound, that's horribly obnoxious. I don't remember that from the first time I played through this mission. Oh, it seems to be a zoom level? Just disappeared, but then it started up again. Anyway, your dwellings need to be protected against fires. The fire station. From administrative buildings. And as you can see, there is actually entryway here. A bit of a rotational note that after clicking on the fire station range icon in the bottom filter will appear showing coverage of settlements. Okay, so we're not quite covered here, 85%, but at least people are coming out of woodwork. Okay, remember the effectiveness of the protection reduces at a distance. So this is kind of like in SimCity, where you actually are going to have to build closer if you want full coverage. Even though, like right across the street, it says there's 85%. So what's that all about? It's a good idea to build a fire station at relatively small distances, which doesn't, frankly, inspire me, because it's kind of obnoxious to have to build, just spam all these buildings here. Okay. Note that each house has its own range, which determines maximum distance to the building and the dweller can work. In the case of hard-to-reach workplaces such as mines, it's worth considering building a small settlement close to the workplaces. Okay. As you develop your settlement, you'll need to upgrade houses in order to provide more workers or meet mission requirements. The requirement for upgrading a house to level 1 to provide access to water. Build a well. Okay. Wells have limited range. Make sure there's close to as many houses as possible. So clearly we are removing the walker-based mechanics it wants me to build here, which means that there are houses in the back that are not getting any water. I think if it's going to let me, it will not let me, so I can't just build one, but these guys are not going to get water. Once the well is filled, the house will level up. As long as their occupancy is 100%, they'll meet all their conditions. So we downgraded to one of the previous levels of condition I'm at. Okay. Yeah, this gets rid of the walker base in replacement for having a radius-based setup, which it kind of bothers me that it's radial when you have still clearly a grid-based system here. So like having a square would be a lot better, because as we see here, you've got houses that are not protected just because of that, whereas if it went out and then out and plunked down in a square, it'd be better. Whatever, each settlement requires an activity in order to grow. We can start with production of basic resources required for future upgrades. Build a clay pit within your settlement. Make sure it's attached to a road. Range of your houses for workers. Manufacturing may require more than one basic product or basic production within production chain. You'll find out information by right-clicking on the manufacturing building you are considering. It may happen you cannot produce all resources on your own. In situations like this, you have to trade. Okay, build a clay pit. It wants to be built here. Okay. Requires workers. Your settlers are workforce. Minimum required. Okay, looks like we have access to it. Keep your production and manufacturing buildings fully staffed by building new houses or improving existing ones. Production chains may sometimes require the extraction of more than one material. Okay. Clay and straw are required for bricks. As we are already producing the former, we now need to establish a farm to harvest the latter. Farms produce food as well. Farms are built on floodplains. As the Nile floods these areas every year, all resources not collected by the stockpile on time will be destroyed by rising waters. Okay, I'm going to pause here. No, I'm not. There. Spacebar is not pause for apparently. Okay, so yeah, we basically have to put down a farm in the area, and it is tiny. Compared to like even the clay pit, this is expected to produce food for the settlement. This is kind of weird. Weird size. Should be like a 4x4 at the very least. Production results are collected by the workers that are serving a stockpile and stored there. Okay. Stockpile is administrative. Okay, stockpiles have an unlimited range, which means they can very well pick up products from anywhere on the map. Go ahead and let this play. This behavior can be controlled by left-clicking the stockpile and viewing, as well as editing its policy. Export and gather. Okay. Well, we probably don't want to, what is that, wheat? There's straw. Well, we probably have to trade to export. We don't want to export our food, though. So let's not be doing that. Okay, so it looks like it's just going to fill up everything right now, which seems to be clay at the moment. In order to complete a typical production change, build a brickworks. Okay. One of the mission requirements is stockpiling enough pottery. While stockpiled pottery may be sold later in later missions, the production change is economically beneficial. This is short and thusly overall efficient. Build a pottery maker. I guess that'll work. Some production buildings require specific conditions. Wells must be built by the river, quarries by the hills, and woodcutters near forests, which may be depleted if you devastate the entire woodland. Remember that buildings within a single production chain must have been connected to the same road network in order to be able to supply each other with products using stockpiles. Roads may be used mainly by stockpiles and granary workers, so keep roads connected if you want to transport wares in an efficient way. Inhabitants require food in order to further improve their houses. Create a new production chain for food, as shown previously in this tutorial. Each subsequent upgrade to a house has different requirements. These requirements can be observed by clicking on a house. Low desirability. Okay. Well, but I guess they want food, though, right? Like, how do I know specifically that's what they're after next? Because that's the symbol, but that's not the symbol here. They want desirability. Probably because they're living right next to that crab. So what about you guys? Same deal? Same deal. Alright, well the game says the food, so we'll build food. A fishing wharf to start fishing. Produce a granary. And a market bazaar, whatever. Pretty standard fare. Guess we can build it that way. Okay. Products can be used for building, monuments, or trade. Let's set up a trade route. Please open the original map. Okay, your settlement, as well as every other settlement currently known to you, is visible here. To start with, you may only contact some particular settlements. This situation may change during the coming scenarios. Okay. Click on the selected settlement to see what is trading and check the other parameters influencing diplomacy. Influencing diplomacy, I can talk. From this place, you can set up your first trading route. Okay. Open trade route. Cost me 200 bread. Okay, trade route has been opened. From time to time, a trader or ship will come to the city to exchange their wares. At the beginning of each year, the amount of purchased wares is reset. If a trader exchanged all good during the year, it will not arrive again. No. Okay. Pretty standard. Yeah. Gotta get out of here. The default options block the possibility to import and export. To change it, click the economy icon. Okay. Goods are already produced. You already produce, and you can... The goods you already produce and you can export to Abydos are bricks. Change your policy on bricks to export. Excellent. If you want to keep bricks in a... but that's Tinnis. It's not Abydos at all. If you want to keep bricks, maybe Abydos is in Tinnis. Because Abydos was the necropolis? The temple area? I don't even freaking remember. Okay, if you want to keep bricks in a specific stockpile, you can set it in its option on the information card. Knowing the basics of the game, you can focus on completing the mission to recall the conditioned victories. Click on that star, which I guess is right there. What is this? Mission description. Okay. There you will find city statistics, a tab with diplomatic messages received, information about the mission, blah blah blah. These are the most essential rules of the game. As you progress through the game, more information will become available. Close the region map. The birth of the heir to the throne, Prince Jair. Oh, okay, hold on. Prince Jair has been born. The happy mother, Knet Happy, together with the chief spouse of King Aha, Queen Nethotep, organizes a grand and joyful feast during which all residents of Memphis will celebrate the birth of the prince. Blah, 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 blah. Very nice, though. Okay. Production building's full. Each production building has 2 storage areas. Both are full, production stops. Okay. Which means less output for the building and higher maintenance costs. Make sure you have enough stockpile and plan your city so that workers do not have to walk too far to the building to collect goods. Thank you. No stockpile available. A trader arriving in town cannot find an available stockpile to trade one of the commodities. Make sure you have the proper number of stockpiles and that you have set the correct trading policy. That is not the stockpile. This is the stockpile. We are collecting bricks. No, we are exporting bricks. We are collecting Gathering? Gathering wheat? No, we don't want to gather wheat. Seem to be gathering straw. That is available for export in green, though. I assume. Collect. But okay, so this is just straight stockpiling. Gathering is what we... I'm not sure what this is trying to tell me here. Nile floods farmland. As it does every year, the Niles emerged from its banks and covered all the floodplains with its waters. If there were goods on the farms, which there does appear to be, it'll be destroyed. Build a stockpile as close to the farms as possible to avoid such losses. A unique advantage is the situation in the granary, which they're dragging all their food here. Desirability. Okay, we just went straight there. Due to an undesirable neighborhood, one of the houses cannot be upgraded. You can check the house information, see the current required level of desirability. To increase desirability, you can build buildings in the neighborhood have a good rating, so will compensate the buildings with a bad rating. I mean, it's there. Okay. Farms end up in... Okay. How many? Sanitaries? I mean... We do need another well over here, though. And boy, it's barely covered there. So I guess, I mean, this probably produces bad vibes. We could probably do one in the back. Temporarily. Is it going to scream at me about no connectivity? Probably. Just... let's do that. I think it's worse in other cities. So is that guy not able to get to the well? Even though it should show it. Let's see where we're at here, if we're even exporting any. We're not exporting any yet. We have a potter. Potter's making pottery. Making bricks. Okay. Let's see if we can follow a guy. Okay, we do see some, which means it must be going to stockpile. Let's speed this up a little bit more. Okay, I see it in the stockpile. There's the trader. Okay. Well, I mean, basically, we're just sitting on this then, aren't we? Boy, the animations... I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense that from a certain distance you don't want the processing power behind animations you're not really going to see. So there seems to be a lot of skating along here. Oh, hello. With the utmost respect, I'd like to share with you some information I recently heard from a traveler. Rumor has it there's a hidden treasure of great value near our city. In gratitude to your kindness and concern for our city, I'm willing to share this information with you. If the treasure is real, I promise you a generous reward to be shared as a token of my gratitude when it's found. Okay, pause for a moment because that is timed. King Ahaz decided to take Lower Egyptian Princess Nithotep as his wife. Ceremony is to take place in Memphis. Obtain goods for the event. Singing, music, singing, dancing, dry feasting. Accompany the Egyptians not only during temple rituals. Okay, what do you want from me, though? Not deplete the time set aside for pledge. No, okay, but what do you want from me? So there's treasure here. And that is, I think it's over here. It does get highlighted. No. There. Hidden treasure, yay. Reward is 800 pottery. So do we even have to deal with that now? No, we don't. We just have to worry about putting more bricks to work. Now, 4,800 is the complete set here. We have 900 pottery, and it's kind of spread out. This appears to be 8 apiece. So we could probably lower this to, there we go, 1,200. That way we're not going to fill that up before everything else. I believe there is one more quester around somewhere. The Lost Husband quest. Reminiscent of Anno, 1404, I think. Well, I think 1800 also has something like that too, where you go click on citizens around the town. Just gives you something to do, keep busy while your town is running, I suppose. Economy tab. What I would like to see is like a usage thing. Wheat. That's import export. Well, I'm sure it's in here somewhere. I'll just have food production. No, that's just the buildings on the map. Well, you'd think it'd be in the economy tab. Okay, we've hit this, so when do we win? Oh, wait. There's another mission. I think no, I want to... There. With utmost respect, I'd like to share some information I recently heard. There's another treasure here for fish. Hidden treasure. Okay, and that one I don't know where it's at. Is there a hint? Rumor has it it's hidden. There's a hidden treasure of great value near our city. Okay, well that doesn't... Oh, here again? Okay. That's... It's boring. I seem to recall that the one with the missing husband does give you a little bit more information. But I could be absolutely wrong about that. Okay, we are missing some potteries, which we have to... wait! Oh, okay, well, there was the other quest hanging out right there. But anyway, victory. So yeah, a little clunky, I'm gonna be honest here. I don't know. I'll take a look. I kind of wish the game would actually stop when this popped up, rather than running along behind you. I will take a look, because information like, you know, how much bread you're producing and how much is consumed is important. It's like a real important thing, as well as being able to find like where your unemployment is and all that stuff. Perhaps that's unlocked further in the tutorial missions, but who knows. Anyway, I'm going to end this one here. I'll see you next time.